Um, yeah, so I said to Conor about doing another one and him just going through from start to finish, because there's going to be that some people are getting confused on when to enter the trade and then when to come out and stuff like that. So if you could go through it again, Con. One question I did have, right? I know obviously Sarah relies on the charts on the I thought it's called the
harmonic scanner.
yeah, that's it. Harmonic scanner. It's fucking gone from my head. It's a long day. Harmonic scanner. If in years to come, do you reckon chance in that? Do they just do it off of naked charts, or do they still rely on the harmonic scanner?
I think they still rely on the harmonic scanner.
So what happens long term if that ever went? Could you not do pitchforks anymore? Huh?
It could last forever because
but say for instance, obviously we hire the tools, right? So say for instance, while we're learning, we pay to hire the tools. If for whatever reason the company goes or whatever, what would happen? Obviously, the harmonic scanner wouldn't be there, would it?
There's other companies that do harmonic scans as well.
Is there?
Yeah, there's loads of companies that just do harmonic scans for like £10 a month, and you get them.
Right.
Yeah, there's hundreds of companies, Sean.
Right. Okay. So you wouldn't. So this is what I was thinking long term. Obviously, as we're learning, we're relying on tools at the moment to help us. But in a couple of years, if you put enough time in, you won't need that. So
yeah, everything I'm supplies you can buy yourself with third-party companies.
Right. Okay.
Everything. Right. Yeah, you only have to Google it, mate. There's companies out there what do the harmonic scanner for like 20 quid a month. And they draw all your pitchforks, everything on for you with the proper fibs. You don't have to do none of it yourself. So automated service. Yeah, just Google it. I put a picture in a group the other week.
Yeah, sorry, Chris. We don't read every single message, mate.
Chris needs to start reading every single message.
We don't read any of them.
What I'm saying is, if I never goes down, you don't need to worry because there's other companies what supply the same materials.
Right. Okay. Right.
Can you not actually pick out harmonic scans yourself if you learn it?
Well, this is what I'm saying. This is the whole point of why we're doing this. Because we want to. I don't want a company doing it for me. I want to learn how to do it myself, so I'm not relying on either other people or other companies doing it. So this is why I'm doing this.
Sure, somebody said that there was somebody that can just look at the charts and see a harmonic scan. Is it? Sure, that's.
Well, Les can do it. Les called one the other night, and then he went on a harmonic scanner, and it was there. So.
Well, Les is on. Les, can you do that? Can you look at naked charts? And are you at the point where you can look at? Could you draw up stuff from naked charts and do trades and that? Do you rely much on the tools available?
Let him answer the question then, Sean.
Right,
shut the fuck up.
You have to unmute him though.
Yeah, he's all right. He knows how to work too.
Big Daddy Les, here he comes.
I was just an interested observer listening to what you were saying there. Yeah, you can. If you go through the academy, you can draw Elliott waves on, and you can draw harmonic scans on and stuff like that.
Right.
And you can basically pick them out and recognise them. But what I've got to say is I wouldn't have been able to do that if I hadn't went through the academy and learned market geometry and learned about harmonic scanners and stuff like that. So what you're saying, yeah, you can get the tools elsewhere. That's not a problem. If you want to go off and pay your £20 a month and get those tools, that's absolutely fine. But what I would like to remind you of is that you've got yourselves a great team here. You've got yourself a fantastic group of people. So, if longer term, right, if you want to go and just trade after you've made your hundreds of thousands of dollars and stuff like that, that's absolutely fine. But the way I look at it is I basically get it for free anyway. You know what I mean? If you can bring two people in, you're going to get it for free. You don't have to really worry about the cost or anything like that. I get paid off the company now. They stick money in my bank every week. So it's that wouldn't have happened if I hadn't joined it. So what tends to happen when people are new and they're learning, they tend to look for ways out. They tend to look for shortcuts. They tend to look for things that they can circumvent or get round without having to pay money and stuff like that, which is fine because you're not in the right mindset yet. You're just starting out on your journey, and you just you're just trying to think, well, how can I get out of this? Why should I have to pay 138 quid a month when I can get it cheaper elsewhere, and so on and so forth, and things like that. But if you do it right, you get it free. It's as simple as that.
I don't think it's the money. It's just the thought of relying on somebody, in case they go under one day.
Well, yeah, well, that could happen. So the best thing to do is learn it all for yourself, and don't let anybody tell you what to do.
It's not about the money, really. It's just about protecting yourself.
Yeah, no, the money's all right. The money side of it's not an issue because anything you pay for. So
if you want to protect yourself, that's absolutely fine. Learn as much as you can while you're here, and then if the company does go under, that's fine. You can go off and trade. What I would suggest you do is you don't want to be relying on anybody. You're in here now, so learn as much as you can while you're here. If it does go under, fine. But if you go off and look for something else, then you just start paying them for the same thing. Christopher Terry's, he said many times, the gaffer, that eventually he wants everybody to leave. He wants everybody to learn how to trade, and he understands that people are going to come and go, and that's absolutely fine. While you're here, learn as much as you can about it, and learn from other people, and then you can go off and you can do your own stuff. That's what I do. Like I say, I wouldn't have learned how to do it without the academy. It's as simple as that. So
we are quite fortunate in here as well. Like all of us are like helping each other. So it's like we've got the support of each other, which helps massively. Like Justin was saying the other day or yesterday, even he was like, without this group, he would have just given up by himself. So it's
without a doubt.
So yeah, having the messenger group and us talk daily to each other and help each other, and we're all at similar stages. It does help a lot. Yeah, and obviously we've got awesome people like Les to rely on, and other educators within our bigger group. So no, it's all good. Con, did you want to start with Pitchforks, bud? And kind of there's quite a few of us now that have started getting into it. So if you want to start that, bud, and then go from the beginning, and then anyone that can't make it on, it's being recorded anyway, so I'll stick it in our units and they can catch up on it when they've got time.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, do you want me to screen share with you, mate? And you can think. I need to make you admin, don't I?
Yeah, please.
Make a host. There you go, mate. You are now the host.
Conor, quick question.
Yeah.
What's going on with the back of your head? It's bald.
Yeah, I know, mate. I've shaved it.
God.
I look like a nutter.
Let's have a look then.
Not happening. Look like Les Jr.
So excited.
Looks like Les Jr.
Look like Les's son.
Les's love child.
Yeah.
You're both good looking, so maybe.
It makes me wet. What?
Right. Okay. Yeah. You've got it now, mate.
Yeah. Sweet. So what do you want me to do? You want me to start from the start and just
if you can, if you could, get one of the popular pairs, and then just they're already probably marked up already, aren't they? But if you could just go for it from start to finish, at least then, minimum me, I can kind of stop it when I need to and just follow it, because
yeah. Okay, yeah, we'll do that.
What I'm getting confused on is when to kind of enter the trade, when to come out, and stuff like that. I know on the GBP pairs you're giving like a little bit more on the stop loss, but but it's just kind of when to get in and stuff. So now, and the good thing is doing this now, because it's live at the moment still, you can put in the pitchforks and that, can't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Conor, are you using FX Choice or Trading Way?
You can use both, which I only learned that like this week. Yeah, you can use both. That's a nice game.
What one are you going to do now, though?
Maybe this one, EuroCAD.
What's that on FX Choice?
Yeah, probably on both, to be fair. Here it is.
EuroCAD Butterfly.
Yeah.
No, Cypher, isn't it?
No, Cypher.
Yeah, Cypher.
Yeah, Cypher.
I got EuroCAD Butterfly on FX Choice.
Have you got it on an hour, Dean?
Oh, no, 15 minutes.
Go home, Dean.
I think I've already got
Press
EuroCAD on there. I do. I'll just delete this one. I'll just start it again.
So hot.
Cheers.
So trading view, right? So we don't need web analyzer for this, do we? Because at the moment I'm paying for web
Not
analyzer
really, no.
and I've got
I've got rid of
London
mine.
payout. You have got web analyzer.
I got rid of it.
Oh, you got rid of it. See, this
Yeah.
is so what I'm going to do at the moment. I've got the trading view, the one that's next up from the free one. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of web analyzer and rid of London payout, and I'm going to pay the extra for the better trading view, so I can set more alerts.
Yeah, that's what I done. I've got loads of alerts on that.
What trading view have you got now? Have you got the top one?
The Pro, just like 10 alerts, I think, something like that.
Okay.
5 alerts.
Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, Pro yeah,
Plus.
Jules got Pro Plus or something. Pro Plus is the one.
Yeah, so yeah, you can use either on the 1 hourly. I think they're starting to do 30 minutes as well, but I just stick to the 1 hour. You can get so many different entries from just like one scan or multiple scans.
Conor,
so
when
yeah, 1
you
hour
draw
EuroCAD.
your charts on, do you combine 1 hour and 30-minute charts on the same pairs? Because I've only been doing 1 hours and that's it.
I just did 1 hour as well.
Yeah, just seems
That's
a
what
bit
I do.
easier. And they seem to be bigger scans as well.
Yeah, they are normally quite bigger.
Yeah.
Like this one's fairly big. But what I do is because you get so many scans, the ones I've got active scans on, I just put little tags on them like that. Ones I can actually make active trades out of. Just little tags on, so it's just more organised.
Can I just put a point in about the scans? Just when you're looking at the scans, they've got to be at least 80 pips from the top to the bottom.
Yeah.
And the scan must move at least 20 pips in its direction to make it a valid scan for Pitchforks.
Yeah. Yeah, so this one is like 200 odd.
Yeah.
220. And then you have to you wait for the scan. Like this USD CAD got scanned earlier, but it was sort of around here, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Not around here, sorry, around. I think it was this one, and it's pushed up from then. But you wait 20 pips from when the D point is drawn. Once 20 pips has been, so that's gone past, that's 60 pips now. Then you can draw it on.
Okay, so this is a new one that can be done now then?
EuroCAD, yeah, or USD CAD.
Okay.
I've already got USD CAD, so I'll do EuroCAD one. But
this weekend, while the markets are closed, probably a really good time to get on and get as many scans.
Draw all of them.
Yeah, that's what we do, yeah.
That's what I was doing earlier. I just drew loads of scans on.
Yeah, so you'd do it Sunday night, wouldn't you? Because it could create a new D point.
Well, it could, but then if there's a new scan and that overrides the last one, but you don't delete the last one, you keep it on and dim the forks.
Been learning. He's been watching the videos.
Been smashing out the hours, mate. That's what he's been doing.
Mate, this is 25 hours up now in last week.
He's close to getting divorced, but he's doing really well trading.
Yeah. But yeah, no, these scans, you can even go onto the old ones like this one. You can draw up because you can still get entries out of this. This one you can draw up all of these. If they meet the requirements of 80 plus pips, you can still draw them all up.
So they're still good as long as it doesn't create a new D point, and in which case you need to redraw.
Yeah, you can redraw it, or once it sort of goes past this stop loss on here, you forget it, or on. Must have deleted that one. If it goes these hour extensions, if it comes out of there, and you just sort of leave it, but you can. I won't confuse you, but there's a second pitchfork you can draw on, but we won't do that now.
I think I've seen Sarah do that. Is that where it looks really complex and goes the opposite way?
Yeah. So so you have a pitchfork that's coming down, so it's sort of making loads of squares you can trade between. Yeah.
That's the next.
These extensions normally they'll fling price back into the scan, but even though it's gone past your D point, like if it was 25 to life, that would have stopped our stop loss. That will fling us back into the trade, this hour extension, so you can still trade from here.
Right.
Chase describes them extensions as like elastic bands. So when it hits, it's almost like an elastic band that pings it back in.
Okay.
Yeah, so we just go to the harmonic scanner, EuroCAD, and you just start taking the. It's easy if you just you can write them down, but first one's the X point. You see the dates at the bottom in grey underneath, and the time. I need to move your screen actually. That one's the 11th of June, 20th of June. Sorry. What the fuck?
20th of June.
No, it's the 11th of June. Sorry, 11th of June.
Oh, come on, Conor.
7 o'clock.
That's at 3 p.m., not 7 o'clock.
What?
Oh, sorry, you haven't changed the time, have you, on it? So if you change the time on the bottom right, that'll make it easier for the guys because you can change it to your time.
Down here.
No,
down here.
click on that and then click London, and that'll match your charts on
is that?
TradingView.
There you go.
And then the time will match.
Still.
There you go. You were right, 5 p.m.
5.
What
So
time? 10th of June when?
No, 11th.
11th of June at 5. Which comes to here. Probably that one. 11th of June at 5. You can just put a little brush mark on top of it. And then the same with the next one. 17th of June at 1. Down here. On it.
What down?
8th of June at 2 in the morning.
Justin, how long have you been in now?
Well, what's it? It'll be my 4th week next week.
4th week next week, yeah. It goes quick, doesn't it?
It does, mate, yeah.
Okay, 19th of June at 3. Just that one I've drawn.
Right, Conor, can you just slow it down a bit?
Yes.
Yeah. Am I going too quick? Sorry.
It's all right. If you just explain what you're doing, mate, and then at least so you're just putting in the points and times, aren't you, for the
Yeah,
scan?
so all I'm doing is transferring the scanner over to TradingView. So you mark the points where it's been. So that one there, 11th of June at 5. Mark that one, 11th of June at 5. Just with a little marker. And the next one. And then your next point. Dean, are you writing them down? Is that why?
I am.
Oh, okay.
You have to bear with me, guys. I've got this on Go Live in my page, and this is the first time I've done a Go Live in my page, so I'm kind of watching this and then keeping an eye on questions and stuff on the Go Live. So.
And then, yeah, the next one, 8th of June, 2 in the morning. This one here. And you got 19th of June at 3. Yeah.
Conor,
And then,
what are you using to mark the times on TradingView?
you see the little like paint brush mark here. Brush.
Yeah.
Draw about.
Do you still do that? Can you look at the scan now? Can you look at that now without doing that, without marking it? Are you close to doing that?
Yeah, you can sort of
you can kind of tell the points.
You see the points.
Yeah.
There.
It takes practice.
Yeah.
Me too, Sean, but only from the amount of the more you draw, the more you'll see it, and then I sort of guess the points and then check them after, because you can see it on the scan. All you're doing is the highs and the lows, and then to the middle point.
You've been doing a lot of back testing as well, haven't you? So it's.
Lows, mate. I'm the extreme, mate. Honestly, I get obsessed.
That's what will make you rich, mate. Don't worry about it. It's not a bad thing. I wish I had that obsession.
I literally get obsessed as soon as I wake up, bang, and then all fucking day, all night. But I did have 35% account growth this week, not just on Pitchforks.
Did you really?
Actually, no. Take out Dean's tip, then it was about a 25% growth for the week. So I'll take that.
That's awesome, bud.
Not bad.
Yeah, I'll take a quarter of my account on Pitchforks.
But then,
this is what I'm saying.
Final point.
Sorry, even Jules was saying. No, Jules was saying like his is 70% at the moment, around 70%. But his percentages that he's doing are amazing. like from this. So I think this is the go-to. I'm going to spend the next month now on this.
The key is risk to reward, because when it pops, you're getting at least 20 pips usually, and you're only risking 10 each time. So if you win 3 and lose 1, you're still well up.
Yeah, that's good. Good.
Yeah, so the last one. Yeah, this is my favourite. This is all I trade now, this. I just do this. I take Les's trades and Sarah only's, that's it. And I do my own ones.
I'm only taking Dean's from now. Fucking 50 pips. Cheers, mate.
I'm gonna watch their video on Monday, Sarah's and Les's. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be good. I thought it was today. I was sat there like a melon at 1 o'clock for like 15 minutes waiting. But yeah, the last one's 26th of June at 4 o'clock. But you'll see it's just the previous high on there. And from there, you want to put your magnet on. It will snap to like the wicks and the end of candles and that. This bit here, the X, A, B, C, D pattern. Then just like how your harmonic scanner's laid out, same way, X, A, B, C, D. X, A, you see how it's snapping to the wick? B, C, and D. So that's just your harmonic scanner drawn over. But with pitchforks, you need to get them pretty perfectly accurate, because 1 or 2 pips can throw you off.
Is that when you go down to the 1 minute and you adjust them?
Yeah. So you go down to the 1 minute. Find it here. You just snap it to the previous high, which is this one, or the highest point there. Scroll over. Sometimes TradingView won't go back that far with that many candles, so you can just drop down to the 3 minute or the 5 minute, whatever's showing it on the lowest time frame.
It only goes back 2 weeks from 1 minute. That's
yeah.
Do you snap that onto the bottom of the wick or to the bottom of the candle?
To the wick.
The wick.
Yeah,
right.
you go to the wick.
If there's anyone in the Go Live, it's showing 7 people in there. I don't know if they're in our group or if they're just random people watching. But if they've got any questions, then just ask in there, and then I can answer them here, or one of us can. So it's not a problem.
Good. Oh yeah. By the way, if you say if you're dragging along to get to your points, if you accidentally drag you're like, it's gonna work. If you drag that off by accident, you feel like you have to go back and do it again. If you just hold down your left control on your keyboard or your laptop and just tap Z, it will undo your last thing.
Fucking hell, Conor, I love you.
And it will snap it back. It will snap it back.
The amount of times I've pissed about doing that.
I love you too, darling.
Fucking, you can definitely stroke my beard.
Oh, you don't even let me do that. What the hell?
Can I dye it and lick it?
If you can do whatever you fucking want.
Sound. Cheers, mate. Yeah, if you hold the left control and tap Z, it will just undo your last move that you've done. Even when you're drawing something on here, like Control Z gets rid of it.
I found good practices is when your scans are drawn, just press the padlock button throughout the day.
Definitely.
Don't move anything about, otherwise that's a piss about.
Well, it's just save it automatically, does it, when you press that?
The padlock doesn't.
It just stops you from moving. You can't move nothing. You can sort of go
Where's
around.
the padlock? Oh, yeah, there's a padlock on the left.
Yeah, on the left.
Yeah, that doesn't go back as far, so I have to drop down to the 3 minute. Still as accurate, it's just.
Thing is, it's going to take me a while to do this bit, but once they're done, that's it. They can last you. They can last you weeks and weeks, can't they? Yeah.
This EuroCAD, this is the first one I've drawn. This is the second pitchfork I've drawn of EuroCAD in like 4 weeks. I've had the same scan on for ages.
Yeah.
How often do you check scans, Conor? How often are you checking for new scans? Just once a week or something?
No, I'll probably just have a little check at the end of the day or Just if you go in Sarah's group anyway, Brian will he posts every single scan.
I don't know how he has enough time to do that, mate.
No, yeah, I don't know either. He posts all of them, every single one that you can put.
The Hoff does it as well, doesn't he?
Yeah. He has a notification bit in the Discord channel that notifies you when a scan's been drawn.
Okay.
Yeah, that's on. But so now we're doing the exact same thing, but with a pitchfork. But with this one, we're just going from the X point. The first click to X. Second one is line up C. Okay, maybe not. X, C to D.
You miss out A and B, yeah?
Yeah, you don't touch them. It just goes X, C.
All right.
D.
So what did he do?
Want me to do it again?
Yeah, do it again, mate. Yeah, just to show him.
X, C to D.
On your pitchfork, your first point, you want to click there. Your X, then you see this line sort of coming over. I think she's talking to Katie.
Yeah, she's meant to be fucking watching and she's not. It's annoying because I'm trying to sort
language.
Katie, wind your neck in. I'm joking.
Mute her, Dean.
I'm only joking. And yeah, so you got X to D, C to D.
Right, Conor, sorry. Right, so you've got... So I've drawn up all the times and put in all the points where the times are. What do I do now? I'm sorry.
I'll send you the video afterwards, Dean.
Dean, why don't you come into Tops one day and I'll just show you?
No, he's meant to be working.
Yeah, God forbid Sean has to do any work.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I've got him.
Do you want to just watch the video back then, or do you want me to do this again?
Yeah, no, it's all right. Well, I'll send Dean the video as soon as I download it.
Yeah, so then, pitchfork, X, C to D, and that's your pitchfork there. And then we just do the same thing, go down to the 1 minute, and just snap over just get it snap over to there.
Your pitchfork might look a little bit different because you have to click in and turn them extensions on.
Extensions? What do you mean by that?
Yeah,
what they've just been added.
He's been learning so much. Yeah. See, so your pitchfork will just have these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But these extensions, you have to add them in.
Right. Okay. Well, I need to watch some of these videos, don't I? I'm rubbing my head here.
You're supposed to be an inspiration, Sean, and you're just not putting the time in, mate.
I can't sit at a desk all day. I don't work at Top Styles.
You can.
Do you just want to screenshot that? Because that's your extensions that you want to put in.
Hold on.
If you screenshot that, I'll take a photo of it. That's your extension of the pitchfork.
Okay.
My phone went stupid. Can you put them back up? Sir.
I always make my extensions a dotted line so I don't get confused that it's part of the actual pitchfork.
This thing's doing well then.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, got it.
Yeah, just drop down to the 1 minute. I don't know if I did this already. I can't remember. Maybe. I did that one. I don't think I did this one. Yeah, so these got to be pretty accurate because some of the entries have got to like sort of be bang on a certain amount of hips. We'll go over that later. I'll show you why it needs to be accurate.
Who's killing their upper arm?
Someone's lobbing the kitchen about here.
There's a misty going on.
That was a laptop. They're thinking, fuck this.
Right. I'll mute. Funny, you need to mute people. I can't because you're God, Jules.
Angry. Oh man, nightmare. Can't take him anywhere.
Angry one.
Oh mate, what a nightmare.
Always rely on Jules.
Okay.
It's only on Go Live, mate. Don't worry.
Oh mate, I forgot about that. Oh, nice. Yeah. So now we've got our pitchforks and our harmonic scan and our pitchforks drawn up. We want to add a few indicators. One of them being the quarter theory. I'm gonna hide that one now. And to find that, you literally just go on indicators. You type in automatic.
I couldn't find it. You literally, how I had to type in quarters with an S. That was the only way I could find it.
How did you do it?
Typing quarters with an S, not quarters. And that was the only way I
Quarters.
could find it, yeah. Just one word, not even automatic, just the word quarters.
Oh.
It's not coming. It honestly is
Quarters.
Quarters.
Oh, mate. Nice. Teach you how to make money. You can teach me how to spell and return. There you go.
Yeah.
That one there.
Yeah, that's it.
And then, yeah, you just make it a favourite.
Just favourite, yeah. Yeah, these are your quarter theories. They're just pretty much another support and resistance. I don't know. Yeah, but the banks and all that, they like to move price to these points. Right, take this out here. You will see every single one of these points, red, blue, will either have 3 zeros at the end, or it'll be 500, 300, 500, 3 zeros, 500.
So it's either 500s or whole numbers.
Yeah.
I'd change the colour as well. Only because I left them red and I thought it was on a pitchfork and it weren't. It was on a fucking cell and it was just a red dotted line that was going across.
Yeah, so that's one of the indicators you want. And then another one, you want the 62 EMA, the estimated exponential moving average. And then the 930 EMA. And what these are, the 62 moving average is the moving average of the last 62 candles on the 1 minute time frame. And the 930 is the 62 moving average on the 15-minute time frame to show more of a trend, more of the bigger time frame trend. So obviously we put 930 in because 15 times 62 is 930. So you can get both of the 62 EMAs of the 1 minute chart and the 15-minute chart on the same chart without having to flick through them both. Yeah, they're the basic ones you want on. That one. And then, so yeah, once you've got this drawn up, you can start looking for trades. But this is quite an early scan, so.
Yeah. So when do you decide to get in and get out in a sense? So what does it need to hit to become a relevant trade?
Yeah. So this is where. 2 seconds. Let me pull this share because I don't know what Jill's.
That's what I'm going to struggle with. Like the drawing up of the scans isn't too bad. It's confirming when to get into the trade.
Yeah.
The stop loss isn't an issue because I can work that out depending on the currency pair. But it'll just be making sure that I don't mess up on the entry. That's all.
I don't know if Conor does this, but as per the rules, you only trade in direction of the scan until it's crossed the line, which is
definitely.
Line. You'd only do a buy or a sell.
So you're right. Okay. So you don't try.
Point in the scan, once it's crossed that, it's fair game for anything. But it has to cross the medium first before you.
Yeah, so here we'd only be taking sales.
You'd only do sales
until it goes past or touches the red median level. I think whatever it is.
And then what if it goes below that and back on itself? You would then just only do buys.
Yeah, you can go anyway then.
Doesn't matter.
You can do buy or sells, yeah. So you can do sell. If it goes like that, touches it, you can start looking for buys.
Right.
Or if it just, obviously the market doesn't move this way.
What's the reason for that, Con?
Just to be trading with the trend.
Okay.
And trading with the way the harmonic scan is sort of showing.
Right.
You tend to see when the harmonic scan draws, the 930, which is the 15-minute 62 moving average, will start becoming on top.
Okay, Jules is also follow the overall trend on the 15-hour.
15 hour.
No, 15-minute, I think he said.
All right, okay, 15
Oh,
minutes. We put 15 hour.
And 15-minute and the hour.
yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah. All right, got you,
Yeah,
Phil.
so that's what's
Love you.
that's what's good about having the 9:30. Don't say that to him. What about me?
Love you as well, mate. Don't worry.
Cheers. I get jealous.
You're teaching me this. I definitely love you.
You can sort me out Christmas. Yeah, then I can't remember what I was now. I was busy.
Yeah, sorry. We were talking about the median, and then it going down.
Cheers. Yeah, so yeah, you can only take trades going down to the median, then you can start looking for buys in any direction then.
Okay, so say for instance this heads down. Obviously, you've got the resistance lines. When would you know when to get in? Because I still don't understand that.
Yeah,
part.
so that's what's good about. Let's just look in the chat as well. That's what's good about Sarah's. If you come to her unit section in her group,
Yeah, I joined that this morning. So
she has the checklist.
Okay.
And oh no, not that one. Only one. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, this is the one you want.
Okay.
So yeah, so we have the pitchforks. We always want a pitchfork, but we need at least two other ones. So
Okay.
we've got 62 moving average, we've got quarter three, 60 moving average, 1 minute trend break and retest. I'll show you that. Channel touches, Fibonacci, the whole. I've not really showed too much about the whole, but I'll show you that as well. And then you trade goal, your daily goal, all that sort of stuff.
Okay. Which ones are the easiest ones to do for people initially starting off?
Probably say, obviously, with the pitchfork, quarter theory and 60 moving average.
Okay.
Um,
You only need one of these a day, don't you? I know you get loads of opportunities throughout the day to do these, but realistically, 1 or 2 a day in your. Les has put use HUL
yeah,
exit.
use the whole for exit.
Oh,
I'll show you that. The whole.
Okay.
So like, I'll show you that. I'll show you a trade that I got in earlier and showed you. I'll show you the whole on it as well.
Yeah, cool.
When
And
to
then
exit.
Justin, I'll message you afterwards, mate. And if you could point me in the right direction of some videos to kind of start on this weekend.
I put them in the group last night. Did you not see them?
No, too much
They
chat.
are-
Too much chit chat
Yeah.
going on in there. I miss it.
Okay.
No, it's
Shall I
all
make
right.
a,
I'll scroll up.
Should I make a unit section in our trade group?
Yeah,
Put,
yeah, might be worth it.
Chancellor and Samantha's videos in there.
Yeah,
That's good.
That's a good idea, yeah. Or just watch them all, Sean, honestly.
Yeah, wife will love that.
Don't worry about that.
Love you when you're making the money, mate.
Yeah, this is it, yeah. She's got
I'd say
sheds in next, I swear.
So the easiest ones are probably, obviously, you've got the pitchfork, the quarter three, 62 moving average.
Okay.
What you'd be looking for here, say, I'll show you a trade I did earlier. It's quite late in the day on a Friday, to be fair. I was just sort of looking for one. Yeah, so as the D points here, Euro JPY, there wasn't any news on any of these. So you check the news. No news on them.
Okay. And you'd just be doing buys on those, Con, yeah? Because it hasn't hit that median line yet. Is that right?
Yeah, so I'll be looking for buys. I got in a buy earlier. So I was sort of just watching. I didn't really get onto it. I wasn't really looking at it here. I didn't look at the trade at all. But I noticed on the way down here, this is when I started looking at the chart. I see how I respected the quarter theory there, come up, respected the pitchfork, and it's sort of just going between this sort of channel here.
Yeah.
Because I noticed it was respecting that quarter theory. I was thinking it's either going to go up or go down here, but we're not looking for sellers anyway. So I noticed it break through here. So one of our first confirmations is the pitchfork break, which is what we've got. So you want a break and a retest of at least 10 pips.
Okay.
Measure from where it broke. Take the what's going on? So that is 14, 15 pips. So
okay.
that's check. So yeah, we can go for that. So it has to be strictly like 10 pips. It has to be 10 or more pips, because you get sort of like slippage sometimes. That could be just respecting this pitchfork like it has done here, and you see how it slipped for a little bit.
Yeah, and
it's
then
come
it'll
down
just
again.
yeah.
You want to make sure that you've one sec. Then yeah, see how it slips for a little bit here. So you want to make sure it's at least 10 pips, so it's definitely broke through. So that's one confirmation.
So sorry, mate. So you don't get in then, do you? You wait for it to retest, yeah?
Yeah, you wait for it to come back.
Back down, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so you wait for it to come back. This is one I actually got in earlier.
Okay.
So you've got your first confirmation.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say the news is a confirmation, but definitely don't trade with the news. You keep an hour between, say if it's red flag euro, you want to make sure.
You want to make sure. Tell her to be quiet.
Yeah. And Conor, you need to be careful as well for fake outs at like 10 to the hour, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. You've been learning loads. I love it.
Yeah, it's been learning loads. What the fake outs? So what? Can you give an example of a fake out?
You'll see, like here. So before I said it's like 10 minutes before that hour. See at the bottom there, you got 350.
Oh yeah, 10-2, yeah.
You see, there tends to be a fake out 10 minutes before every hour. So see here how it's just a rash. There's a rash push up.
Just a little 10 minutes or down, but it looks like it could almost look like a retest. It never normally is more than 10 pips. Right. It's just a bit of a fake out, so you don't tend to take trades at 10 to the hour.
Yeah, because you could get in a trade and it fakes out the wrong direction, stop loss straight away. Okay. Or it could be, you could be here and it's faking out.
Okay.
Like even further.
Yeah, you think it's going into a buy and then it'll just go into a sell like it does that.
Yeah. So we stay away. Like if you notice how 4 o'clock it starts going back where it's supposed to be going, it sort of slows down a bit. So even a couple minutes after the hour, you can start trading again then. So say if that was here and it started, you can get in the trade here. So here, I just made sure it wasn't 10 minutes before the hour. So here I got in.
Okay. Oh, you got in there, did you?
Yeah, so about 20 past 4.
Okay.
So break and a retest. That's what we had. That was first confirmation. And then if you refer to the trade sheet, over here, you got 62 moving average. It's the second one. It's probably one of the easiest ones. So that's this orange one we've got going on.
Yeah.
When that's underneath, it's pushing the price up like it is here. And then when it's sort of on top, pushing the price down.
Okay, yeah.
But what's nice about this trade, I'm right. I'm 2 secs, sorry.
Dumper, mate. Yeah, it's right here. She's only my sister. Just get rid of her. You can do better.
Right, quick question. When you're putting in the pitchforks, you start with X, then A, then what?
X to C to D.
X. Thank you, bud.
I got a quick question, actually.
Go on, Chris. Go on, Rocket Chris.
Sorry, fucking no one knows.
No, the EMA, so they both have to be under for the confirmation or just one?
Yeah, so this is, what is that? It's nice if they're both underneath.
Yeah.
And when they cross, you tend to see, you'll find a push up after a cross of both of them. So you see how that's crossed, the orange is now on top of the purple, and they're both underneath. It's pushed up. So that was, I don't think it's actually on the trade sheet.
It doesn't have to be, though, does it?
No, that doesn't have to happen, but it's nice when it does.
Is it just like an extra confirmation, is it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Just an extra push up.
If I'm looking at a trade short and the longer EMA, the 930 one, if that was sitting below the next pitchfork, I probably wouldn't take it because I think it might reject off that EMA.
Right, I don't have a clue what you've just said there, but I will know in a few weeks.
You see here how like it's nice. So I'll show you where I put my stop loss to cover. It's covered by a lot of things here. My stop loss was. See how it comes up.
Yeah.
And it respects this 930 perfectly and pretty much the 62.
Yeah.
So the price will come back and respect it.
That quarter fair into that trade.
It's about 10 pips.
Yeah, so you've got a triple.
My stop loss.
Yeah, you've got like a triple barrier there.
Yeah. I'll show you for a stop. So I'll show you for what we need for an entry, then I'll show you what we put as a stop loss.
Okay.
But here, I would like that quarter free to be a bit tighter, but it's where it was there.
It is what it is, yeah.
Yeah. So the 62 is underneath. The 930 is not actually. It could be above. You can take trades if it's right up here. To be fair, I've taken trades before when it's right up there, but you do sort of want them both on the same side. Yeah. So it's respected. The 62 underneath, the 930 is underneath, and they've crossed. The cross is not necessary, but yeah, it's nice to have that. And
so you got in it. How many pips did you get out of that in the end? How long did you? What was that?
20.
You got 20 pips on that. Okay.
Yeah. So the trade, Sarah's trade goal is normally about 20 pips.
Okay. And then would you make your percentage for the day, those 20 pips, or would you do a few of these throughout the day to get your target?
I try to get it all in one, but
yeah.
Sometimes I don't. Sometimes,
especially with confirmations like that, I guess, when you've got all of those underneath that are kind of in your favour for a buy, you would be fairly confident to go for your percentage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes it's 2 trades in a day, or it could just be the one. It depends. Some trades you might have to exit a little bit early. I'll show you about the hole, and it has
a quick question, though.
Yeah.
I'm putting in 62 EMA and the 390 EMA on TradingView, and nothing's coming up.
No,
you have to. If you type in what is it?
Actually, what is it called?
Yeah. If you type in that one, you'll see when you click it.
You have to put it on twice.
It'll automatically come up as EMA 9, and then you just change the settings to it. Inputs. One of them to 930. One of them to 62.
Okay. Cheers.
Right. Yeah, so we had the quarter free rejection, reject off the quarter free. That's where is it? So we got the pitchfork there. The break and retest of the pitchforks. 1, 2. We got the rejection off the quarter free. 62 moving average is also there. And then I try and get as many confirmations in as possible. If you can get as many in, it's quite nice. So at this point, you can start looking at Fibonacci. Fib retracement. You can have your Fib retracement. You want to find the previous low, so the previous high. So here to here, and you're looking for it to either touch the 88.6 or 618. You can change your. I've already got mine set up and saved here, which it didn't touch any of them. So the fib in this case is not really. It's not necessary. You don't have to have it because we've already got our free confirmations. But that would be nice if that was the touch there as well. If that was, say, there was a high up here and it come down, and that was on there. That would be a nice confirmation as well to have the. But it's not. So.
Does everyone understand why you would use that fib or not? Do you know what it's there for?
No.
No. So it's looking. So basically, it's helping you with the Elliott wave. Do you know what the Elliott wave is?
Yeah. So the market. This is where
education
comes in. Conor, draw the Elliott wave, and show them, and it's helping you look.
So the market is. You'll know what Elliott wave is. You probably just don't know the official name for it. It's just how the market moves. It doesn't move in a straight line like that. The Elliott wave is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and see how it moves like that. That's an Elliott wave.
That's
just the name for it. Yeah, that's just how the market moves. It doesn't move straight lines. It moves in.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a deeper explanation. So it moves to one level up, pulls back to the deeper level, which would be the 886, and the further it pulls back to the 886, and then it's going to go up in the opposite way, and that's almost like a slingshot effect. So that's why that 886 is on that fib, because you're looking, because if price pulls back to the 886, then if it's going to go up, it's going to almost slingshot off the 886 and then go up to your take profit, which is 0. And then there's a couple more extensions on there for take profit 1, take profit 2.
Do you remember before, Sean, when you said to me that guy was just reading naked charts and he was just drawing fibs and he was just looking for the touches of the 618 right here. 618, and then it rejects off. Basically, just the same. It's just the same thing within but it's in a small 1 minute time frame. So you'd go from a previous high. Got the Elliott wave is this.
Right.
It would have been nice if it had come down to there and there, but it didn't. The chances Samantha, they say that the Fibonacci, if it's confusing you, just take it off because it's not necessary, but it's nice to have. If it confuses you, then just take it off. But the only ones we're looking for is a 618 and the 886. But in this case, it doesn't matter anyway because it doesn't touch any of them. But we've got our confirmations anyway. But at this point here, I saw the break and a retest of 10 pips, 62s underneath. It's respect to this quarter theory. So I entered the trade here, just market execution. Yeah. But I often set alarms actually. So if I can see this sort of being around here, I set an alarm 10 pips above this pitchfork, say there or whatever.
Yeah.
Add an alarm to it, and then when it goes through, I just sort of sit and wait for it to come back down, or set another alarm back towards the pitchfork.
Conor?
Yeah.
All right. I've jumped in this quite late, mate, because I've been taking this is out.
Yeah, that's right.
Why do you only use the 618 and the 886? There's quite a lot of retracements. Kind of hit 50 as well.
Yeah, so some of you were seeing some Fibonacci. This, I mean,
I understand the Elliott waves and Fibonacci.
Yeah. So yeah, you mean like the 0.5?
Quite often the 50%.
Yeah.
0.5.
So yeah, sometimes it does. You might even find. But I don't know. Chances Samantha just suggest just the 66.8. 6.8.
They said there's lots of different ones out there. They're the ones they use, so they're just sticking with it because that's what they use.
Yeah, if you see that.
I wondered whether that's bouncing off the
0.5's more on the 25 to life. You
it does.
0.5 to measure half the candle, didn't you?
Yeah. But yeah, it does respect the 0.5, but just the way Chances Samantha have taught everyone, and they're successful with it. I just use them ones.
Yeah, there's a reason for it.
Yeah. No, I just follow what they do. they're the smart ones. I'm just the monkey with the computer.
You're just a good lucky one.
Hey, naughty. It's because I took his money at poker.
I'm super impressed with Justin. He's just smashed it.
Yeah.
He's just talking about it as if it's like natural, and I'm like scratching my head. I need to put some hours into education, I think.
Mate, the thing is, Sean, it's all there for you to learn, mate. You just need to find it. It's all there.
The students become the master here, son.
Yeah.
The students become the master.
No one taught me this. I found it myself. If you want it, just go and find it.
Yeah, I know.
And a bunch of sexy fuckers just looking at you all now. Shit. Especially Darren.
Darren.
Yeah, so I got my 3 confirmations at this point here, the break and the retest. I set the alarm here, then set the alarm back to just above the pitchfork, and my alarm went off again. Looked at it. I just waited a couple of minutes, got in at this point here. It went into 0.5 drawdown, and then sort of flew off 20 pips. So Sarah goes for 20 pips, but you can go for more. You can just, let me say this actually. So when it moves off, I feel like something's going on in the chat. Everyone's smiling. I don't know.
Yes,
I'm laughing at Jules.
Jules being funny.
I should sell motivational speeches.
Con, can you show us another example of a trade you got in over the last couple of days that is
yeah, I'll do that.
Because obviously that was this one today, weren't it? So could you show us one?
Yeah.
Could you show us another one from a couple of days ago? Or?
Yeah, I'll do that. Where was it?
I'll take it. I've missed you setting it up then.
It's all recorded anyway.
It's all recorded, mate. I'll send it. I'll put it in. I'm going to do a units in our group, in our page, in our thing. So I'll set up an actual Pitchforks unit, and then this will go in there along with the other videos. And then I'll put in the links for Chance and Samantha's favourites, so everyone that's interested in doing this can do it. And then we'll get a motivational speech from Justin as an opening just before everyone gets in. We're good to go.
Conor, where would you pick the stop loss and take profit on this one? You was going to show us.
Yeah, I'll just show you that now, actually. So, yeah, once you've drawn this up, you want, well, obviously, once you've entered, you want your stop loss. Where's my quarter? What's the time? Where's my quarter theory gone?
Sometimes you have to switch it on and off, don't you? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there it is. Little fucker, where's it going now?
If you can't see the current live price, the quarter three disappears. If the live price is on the screen, it disappears.
Sexy fuck.
I'll mute myself again now. Love you all.
Love
yeah,
you,
so yeah, my stop loss on this one, you're looking for about 10 pips. So you're looking for a 1 to 2 risk to reward. So 10 pip stop loss to a 20 pip gain. But sometimes you'll notice with a stop loss, you want to try and cover as many of these indicators you can with it. So once that's moved up, well, you put your stop loss in, you want to be covered by the pitchfork where your entry is. And then on this one, I was covered by both the 62 and the 930. Let's see, I've respected it there.
Yeah.
So you got 2, so you've got 3 levels there. That's covering me as a stop loss. The chances of them breaking all 3 of them is not very, as well as the harmonic scanner pushing it that way, is not very high.
And anyway, yeah.
But then, as well as that, I had another stop loss. Well, not another one, but I just measured down from my entry down to the quarter theory. It was 13 pips. So I was thinking I might as well get another cover in there, and I just went to that 13, 14. I had my thing at 14 pips there. Yeah. So I'm covered by Pitchfork, 62, 930, and the quarter theory. I've got all 4 of them covering me then.
And then Jules has just mentioned about, so as soon as you enter, move your stop loss into entry 1 pip above. Is that right?
Yeah. So when the trade moves past 10 pips, at this point here, over here, you want to move your stop loss. That's what it is. Yeah, 20 pips.
How did you get that, mate? What's that?
If you go on,
what's it called?
Here, you have
long position, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
And then, so say my stop loss was here at 14 pips, which is where it was at. But at this point here, which was 10 pips, once it goes past 10 pips, you move your stop loss 1 pip. It's mad now. You move your stop loss 1 pip into your entry.
Yeah.
So then, if it does come back on itself, you're covered by the commissions fee. I see someone's putting something in the chat. Someone's grinning.
I'm getting abused. You're bearing in mind I haven't done pitch.
Hand it over to me, mate.
I'm just going to ignore you lot.
Jules needs kicking. I think he's kicking.
You lot are being nasty.
Yeah, so at 10 pips, you move your stop loss 1 pip above your entry. So then if it does come back on itself and it starts going the wrong way, and it hits your stop loss is in profit anyway, so you get a little bit of profit, but it's mainly just to cover your broker's fee. And then you're in a risk-free trade then, and you can just carry on letting it go up, and which is what I did at 10 pips. I have exit manager on anyway, so at 10 pips, it moved my stop loss straight away from there to there. And
would you put a trading stop on it or not bother?
I don't really. You can do. I don't really do it. I wait till if it gets to 10 pips, or if it gets to 20 pips, and it's looking like it's going to get to a quarter theory, then I'd maybe put a trailing stop on it.
Right, but if
I'll move my stop loss up because there's a thing you can do.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, he'll stall out at this pitch.
It doesn't tend to come straight back down and take you out. It normally stalls out, and when it stalls, that's when I've just been taking my profit.
Yeah.
Sometimes it stalls and then moves again, but on a 1 minute time frame, it doesn't stall very often at all.
Yeah.
Right.
Conor.
Yeah.
If you got up to say 10 pips and you took half of your trade out, and then it dropped back down to the quarter theory line and knocked you out on the, however it was, would you then get back in again to carry on going up as a second trade?
Yeah, you could do. So it depends where these moving averages are in the 930 and how if it breaks and retests this pitchfork again, out of 10 pips, then you could do, but you'd probably it wouldn't stop you out at 10 pips down here anyway, because at 10 pips you want to move your stop loss, so you could have 1/2 in profit if you take half your profit. That's what I was doing when I first started Pitchforks, which was good, but chance and Samantha say just back your trade fully or don't get in it, so just leave the full thing in there. But I did that. I'd take out half at 15 pips. I used to just take out half anyway, and then move my stop loss at 10 pips, move my stop loss up. So then if the other half comes back, it knocks you out at break even, basically.
Are you using MT4 or using IC Trader?
I use MT4. But you can use IC Trader with a trailing stop. All you got to do is put a 10 pip trailing stop on, and then when it gets to 10 pips, it'll move your stop loss and it'll follow it longer.
Is that effectively what this exit manager does?
Exit manager does this for me. So when it gets to 10 pips, I don't have to sit there manually typing in the new stop loss. Exit manager will, when it gets to that point, it will ping my stop loss up for me. Right. So I can set it either 1 pip, 2 pip, 3 pips above my entry. And the same with, if you wanted to take out half, say at 20 pips, you want to take out half the trade, you can type into exit manager to close. Say if you're doing a 50 lot size, 0.50 lot size, close 0.25, move the stop loss up, and let the other half run. So you don't have to be watching your computer all day. You can be at work or asleep, and it would be doing it for you. That's what's good about it.
Do you set that on your computer?
You can do that on C-Trader, yeah.
Is that just with the trailing stop loss?
I think that's just a trailing stop loss. I don't really know too much about C-Trader. I don't use it as much.
It is a trailing stop loss on C-Trader.
C-Trader's good. I like C-Trader. Took me a bit of a while to get used to it, but I prefer it.
I've gone straight to C-Trader. I haven't with MT4.
Yeah.
It shows the percentages, which I think help massively, because working everything out, it just kind of does it for you. So it's good.
Is there certain times of the day that you would trade and sort of stay clear of night times or anything like that?
I don't know why it's not showing actually.
Yeah, London crossover is really good. So when London market opens and crosses from New York, you get some really good boosts from that.
Where's that indicator gone?
Okay, cheers.
And that's sort of between 8 and 11.
Is that your sessions?
Conor, at what point would you, instead of selling, you'd start buying? It's when it's over the centre line, isn't it?
Yeah. So here you're looking for buys as the D's at the bottom, and then when it gets to it, either say if price does this, comes up, taps it, and goes off, you can start looking for sells, or if it just breaks through it, then you can start looking for sells as well as buys. You can still look for buys. You could come down here, you could look for a buy here, but as long as before it gets to that median, you're looking for buys, or if the D's on top, sells. Once it crosses or touches it, you can then look for the opposite way.
And then you're looking on trends on the 15-minute.
Yeah, so you sort of want to follow. This is what's good about the 9:30 moving average, the 60 moving average on the 15-minute. You stay on the 1 minute time frame. You don't go to the 10-minute or the 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But you sort of just want to follow the trend of this.
Okay.
Which is what we've done here. Bag 20 pips out of it, and with a 1.5 pip drawdown for 20 pip gain. Quite good.
It's really good.
But sometimes it does go down to 5 to 8 pip drawdown, then it just flings back up again. Which stop loss or whatever. But yeah, since doing this, my account has grown so much more than any other strategy I've been using. This one's quality.
If we can all help each other on this strategy, and then over time, most of us do this, we'll absolutely smash it. It'll be so good.
You don't have to stop at 20 pips as well. You can just let it at 20 pips, you could take out halfway, leave it in there if it's looking like it's going to keep going up. But not to confuse you.
Have you just been focusing on Pitchforks?
Just Pitchforks now, yeah. Just this. It's been working for me, so I'll just use this now.
Yeah.
What's your percentage for win, mate, roughly? On
Pitchforks. Do you want me to work it out over the weekend?
Yeah, work it out. Yeah, that'd be interesting just to see. I know I know it doesn't necessarily need to be massively high, because the return on one coming in is really good, isn't it? So
yeah. I lost one yesterday. That was a 15 pip loss, but happens.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
That was on Eurocad as well, actually.
What were you doing with 15 pip stop loss on Eurocad?
That's to cover my
cover
my quarter theory.
Yeah, follow the rules, mate. Stick to the rules. That's why they're there.
Oh, I love it when you talk to me dirty.
Yeah. Stick to the rules. The whole point is you're protecting your account as well. So everything you do on this strategy is to protect your account, and that's why it's a 10-pip stop loss, and that's why it's a 2 to 1.
I love it.
Justin.
Oh, Dad's rolled in. Dad's rolled in.
I know, yeah. Just been spanked.
Fucking hell.
There you go, 12 stand. Stick to your stop loss.
Yeah. It'll take you longer to get where you want to go, mate.
Slightly turned on right now. Is that wrong?
I know, mate. You fucking stick to the fucking rules. You've seen what drama it causes on Facebook when you break the rules.
I might have to cut this one short on my bit.
Go and have a wank and come back.
Yeah.
You can do it while you're on here. I have been.
Yeah, you could do. I want to
Guys, this is on Go Live. Shush. We'll talk about this in the messenger.
The people on Go Live wank as well. It's fine.
Whose birthday is it? Who's that?
We'll never do it live again, will you?
Feel free to join our group.
Your money's worth.
Anyone.
Right, there we go. You got your
Really
fix now,
regret
sorted,
Go
yeah?
Live now.
But there's a few other things we can get into. Once you've started picking it up, there's a few other things we can get into, like stacking in. Like there's trades like this. If that was to go like this and it was midweek, you can stack into these trades. So if that was to make all the confirmation, if that was to make all the confirmations at that point there.
Conor, don't go into stacking in yet because people.
Okay. But yeah, what's good about Pitchforks, you can actually get into multiple trades. So if this was to go up this way and you're still in that first trade, you got loads of pips from this one, as well as getting into another one here, and your stop loss is covered by all the pips you've made by this one, and you can get the exact same trade out of this one, and you make your money from this one and this one.
Right.
But we won't get into that yet. We've learned this first bit.
Baby steps.
It's quite similar to what you used to do, Sean.
Yeah.
Just stack on loads of
just in the right direction. Oh, mate, mental.
Simplest way, I think, to describe trading Pitchforks is all you're doing is trading between them two channels, but you're looking for the obstacles in your way between the channels. That's it. That's what you're doing. You're trading between the two, but in that channel, you might have an older Pitchfork, or you might have a quarter theory.
Right, Jules is getting kicked out of the group, guys, just to pre-warn you.
I bet that's a record, isn't it? He's been in over a week.
It's not the first time that's been threatened, so.
He'll send me a lovely message afterwards going, I'm only joking, Matt, I love you. And then he'll send me a nude or something.
Sean, you need to teach me this marketing business. I can make more money off of this, I think.
Yeah. But it works. I don't mind. It works. It's all good.
I think we need to cut this because there's a bunch of horny men about to explode all over the screen.
On a Friday night.
Oh. Right, let's carry on talking about Pitchforks and not something else. Wrong ones.
What about cream eggs?
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Hey!
Right, I'm muting you all.
I think the other...
You can't. Connor's the lead.
No, I know, yeah, I just realised. Yeah, Con, can you show us another trade you done like a few days ago?
Let me look at my MT4. See which one.
So if it's just consolidating, you'd wait for it to move and then you'd enter a trade if it meets the requirements.
Well, it needs to retest, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, USD card deleted that.
What? Can you remember what counts as a retest?
When it goes above 10 pips.
That's right. So a retest is 10 pips, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
I got it, mate. I'm a pro.
That's good. So you need to remember the rules.
No, I am. Don't talk to me about the rules. I'm remembering the rules. You need to have a word with Conor.
It's not retesting, is it? Who asked about consolidating, Dean? So if it's consolidating, there's no break and retest there. It's just consolidating in a straight line.
Yeah.
This has to be like the most confusing strategy to set up.
It's the easiest strategy.
It's honestly, it looks hard. It looks like
It's so easy.
Laser light shade, doesn't it?
It's literally just support and resistance levels, just trade between the two.
Yeah.
Once you know the basics of it, it's just what Justin's been doing. It's just back testing and just practicing, isn't it, mate? That's all it is, really.
This is the first time I've properly looked at it. So.
Yeah.
But best thing to do is draw one up this weekend and literally take the recorder back to the D point and then just stick trades on using the short and long position thing on the drawing tools and just set it up and just see if either won it or lost it or whatever.
I've got EuroCAD drawn up now.
EuroAD.
I feel like we should check it over, Dean.
Dean's signal's terrible. He won't be able to do it.
What'd you say, Sean?
Said your signal's terrible. You won't be able to do it.
That's true.
You can't hear your signal went.
Making a coffee. Conor, what are you doing? I mean, you having a look at?
Yeah, I'm trying to find out the last trade was.
Sean's going. Let's let loose.
Come back with your nipples out.
No,
everyone get loose. Sean's going. He's a fucking idiot, isn't he? Fucking.
Such a mini fucking Hitler. Loves his old bullshit. He's not bad.
I can't even find it. I know it's most of mine were USD CAD, but it's redrawn since I've not. I took it off because I was showing someone how to do Pitchforks earlier.
Conor, do you find when you turn quarter fairy on, sometimes it fucks your charts up? Is there any way to stop that? Have you found any?
Does it go like at price? It's sort of.
Yeah, just no, not like that. Say you're looking at some without the pitchforks, without the quarter fairy on, then you turn it on, and then it makes it all really small again.
Yeah. If you see this little side bit here.
Yeah. Is there any way so it just stops it doing it or not?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so, mate. I just drag this up.
Because it just glitches, doesn't it? When price crosses quarter fairy, you get them massive yellow lines or whatever your quarter fairy is.
Conor, could you do this with raincoat candles?
Oh, I don't know.
I
doubt it, D. That's not
just to let you know,
totally different.
Just to let you know, guys, on the quarter theory indicator, I've got somebody looking at that to try and sort it out.
Ah, brilliant, Liz.
He's going to have a look at it and try and rewrite the code for it so it doesn't do that.
It bugs out, doesn't it? Sometimes at price, it just sort of goes like that. Goes mental.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Les, do you want to give us an insight into what you're doing Monday?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, no problem. Just on the what you'll find on the 1 minute time frame is that you get loads and loads of like accumulation, redistribution, distribution, reaccumulation. It's just constantly happening on and on and on and on. And you can just go through the time frames, 5 minute, 15, 30, maybe up to 1 hour, and you can pick out the Wyckoff schematics. And what we've noticed is that a lot of them obviously coincide with quarter theory because obviously the bankers use them. But also the entries, you can get in on the entries, and you know how Chance goes on about stacking trades and stuff like that. But what we've found is as well is that once it crosses that median line on your pitchfork, so for example, if it crosses this one, you can get it on the reversal going back up because normally it creates like a Wyckoff strategy. I mean, just looking at there, what Conor was saying there, if you look at the one, there's a one there now, just a little one on that 1 minute one, distribution, then it takes off.
Oh, what, at this low point?
Yeah, it's, if you zoom in, you can see it. But mainly what it is normally if you see it on there, you can go up to a higher time frame, and you can see it more clearly on there. You've just got to go through the time frames till you come across it, and then you just go back down to the 1 minute for the entry and get the confirmation with a pitchfork. And what we've found is you can get you can still use your 10 pip and 15 pip stop losses and stuff like that. But you can. I've done 2 trades, and I had a 3 pip stop loss on one, and on the other I had a 5. And I went 1 pip drawdown on one and 3 pip drawdown on the other, and they both went on to do like 45 and 48 pips. And that was just off a scan and using the pitchforks for entry and stuff like that. So we're quite excited about what we can do with it, and it's just getting in and understanding the entries and getting we're doing. Personally, I don't want to change anything. It's just sometimes I can spot things on there, and Sarah's obviously sometimes you can get in on trades and it goes against you. You get stopped out. And it's just like, it looks like it's going to go again, and you get in the next time and then it'll get stopped out again. I mean, you can have 2 or 3 goes and it's hitting your 15 pip stop loss every time. And on the 4th time you get in, it goes and you get your 20, 30, 40, 50 pips. So what we're trying to do is just get it so you don't actually have to get in those 2 or 3 times. You know how you put your, like what Connor's explained about having the barriers in your way with your having a pitchfork there, which is a requirement, and then obviously quarter theory, the 62 EMA, the 930 EMA, you're putting trend lines in and drawing channels and whatever else you want to do there. You're just basically saying, well, if it's going to hit me stop loss, it's got to like get through all of these, what I found when I'm looking at it is sometimes you can just get in and just off a pitchfork that it's gonna go like, and it's just basically recognizing just the schematics and just picking out how just for the entries, and that's all it is really. So from Monday we're going to be doing it. Me, Sarah, Ryan Mullen, obviously he's on. So between us, we're going to be doing it at some point. It's still going to be Sarah's show. It's just I'm just going to be adding a few little bits in what I can see on the scans and stuff like that, and maybe we can look at it and get an entry, maybe a better entry. I mean, we haven't got a crystal ball, but we can certainly recognise when it's a good time to get in and when's not a good time.
Yeah,
and it's just basically where with chance. With the pitchfork strategy, with a risk to reward 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4. You only really need to get 5 or 6 out of 10 right, and you're in profit anyway. So we're just trying to get it a little bit better. And Sarah wants to obviously catch the reversals, just do swing trades, because you get some big swings off like white gobs and stuff like that. So that's basically it, really.
That's awesome. Sarah,
we're not going to be messing about with it too much.
No, that's cool. Sarah's on Go Live now. She just said hello, so it's cool. She's watching.
Oh, nice.
But no, that's awesome. Yeah, I'll be tuned in for Monday, mate. So.
But yeah, as well as having like the things I showed you then, they're the basic things you want to learn. But then, which pair was we on then? I can't remember.
Euro JPY.
Yeah. What it might, I do.
Is this a trade you done the other day, Con?
This is the one I did today.
Today, right.
That's the one I did earlier. Got 20 pips from.
Yeah.
There's different things you can draw up. So you got the pitchfork, quarter theory, all that sort of stuff. Then if you look on the trade sheet, you'll see trend lines, the whole trend lines. If you've watched the 100 to 200 series, you know how to draw trend lines. It wasn't the best of trend lines here, but it was one earlier I did. Yeah.
But the whole, that's just for the exit strategy, isn't it?
Yeah, so I'll show you that. So you can draw your trend lines in as well, and sometimes you'll realise that it will follow the trend, break out one rate, and retest the trend as well as a pitchfork. So that's not a good entry. But if you watch Chances Month's videos, in their favourite sessions, they show you all this, and it's all labelled to what. There's about an hour-long video for each confirmation, for each indicator, so it's very detailed.
Okay.
The whole is. I'll put a photo in our group of what the confirmation is. Let's give it all of this of what the what you need to type in to get this. This is the whole. Hello? Oh, there it is. Oh, I don't know why it's like that. Why is that one there? Does anyone know?
I don't know, mate, because I haven't got to the hall yet.
But try to ignore that if you can. You see this line here, the green. And then when it goes down, it's a bit red, green.
Similar to like
red.
the BYOB line when we're looking at BYOB.
Yeah.
Like confirmation.
Yeah. So when you're looking for
Similar
exit,
to the AO.
Yeah. So when I entered at this point, your exits, when you're looking for an exit, you either get your 20 pip trade goal, or if you're looking to get more, you're looking for this hole. You're looking for 2 flips on it. So on here,
Conor,
there's 2 flip on the
was
bottom.
like solid colours. Is that how it normally looks? Solid colours?
You can have it solid colours or the line. You can have it. There's different ways you can have it.
Okay.
But for exiting the trades, you want to look for. So screen. There's it. Yeah.
Con, you need the band on the 15-minute setting, not line. Sarah said.
Band on the 15-minute setting.
First one is line. Second one is band. Sorry, it flashed up quick. She said.
Well, this one here.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
My lord. So that's showing. Yeah, that's just showing the overall. See how here? That's the whole of the. That's the uptrend. We're in the uptrend here. Green. The whole thing's green. That's just throw me off a little bit. Fine. Yeah, I try to ignore it for now. But you're looking for an exit. You're looking for. See how it's gone green and it comes down a little bit. The little ones where it goes red. So you're looking for 2 flips. The little one that goes red. You sort of ignore these little ones. This one's here quite a big one. So that's you'd count that as 1. But yeah, you don't need to know this exactly. You just go for your trade goal, whatever you're happy with. So that's a big one. That's one big one. Count that as 1. These are lots of little ones, but they're all of them together is quite a big one. But if you get 2 big ones like this, you sort of want to start exiting the trade. That's what you see on here. 2 times flip, 1 minute hole. That's what the hole is. But yeah, the basic stuff is what I showed you them. But then you can start incorporating. We just take all these trades on demo. Just take loads of demo trades, back test them. Yeah, go back and back test them. You can draw up scans from ages ago, or if you go on Chance and Samantha, they on one of their live streams, they go through all the trades they took for the week.
Right.
So you can see the different trades they've gone through there. And I think it's either on Monday. I think it's Monday or Tuesday night. You can submit your chart, and they'll analyze it for you and tell you what you need to change or what you need to. What was good, what was a good trade, what was not, what sort of stuff. But yeah, they're quite interactive with the people that follow them. So Chances month, you can speak to them. They'll answer all your questions that you send them as well. Right. As well as Sarah at 1, she answers everything.
Yeah.
Also, on your exit strategy, the Conor missed them off, but they're probably, for me, they're pretty important. So it teaches you not to be greedy. So the end bit says, have you reached your daily goal? Have you reached your weekly goal? If you have, then what's the point in keep going? Close it and take it out, because we should all be working out our daily and weekly goals each week. And if you've achieved your weekly goal, then I know it's hard, and sometimes you want to stay in because you want to be greedy. You think it's going to go further.
Trading and stuff in here.
Yeah, that's bit me in the arse a couple of times. So now, if it's hit my daily goal, great, I'll close it out because that's my daily goal. Even better, if it hits my weekly goal, fucking yeah, I'm definitely taking it. I'm not even going to push that any further. I've done my whole week's goal in one trade. So they're also exit confirmations on the end of that sheet as well.
Justin for president. Mindset-wise, Justin. Mindset-wise, you're spot on, bud. That's exactly what.
Don't overtrade it.
Yeah, build your account, and that's why we're doing it. We're building the account. So they're really important goals to close the trade. Because if you've hit them goals, why carry on? Take it. You get your profit.
I love Justin. Yeah. I love him.
It's awesome, isn't he? He's like becoming like favourite now. It's scary.
He reminds me a bit of Gandalf.
It's like a sexy Gandalf.
Yeah, trying to stroke his beard.
Show me the ring of Frodo.
I was gonna say this has been going on for a while now. What time do we start? It's 7:30. It's like 9.
It's
now.
Friday, mate. I'm about to get.
I'm gonna be in trouble soon. I think.
Where's my vodka, mate? I'm about to get drunk.
But no, cool. This so I'll set up units in our group just for Pitchforks. So I'll put some of Sarah's stuff in there. I'll put some links for Chance and Samantha's stuff, and then all the Pitchfork stuff that we've done on our Zoom sessions can also go in there. But this was a really good session actually, because you've kind of really broke it down. So yeah, I'll follow this and I'll get on those videos the weekend. So,
and I'll do a bit of motivation each week if you like.
Yeah, I'll get some messages.
You can do our psychology calls on Thursday, like Chance.
Has anyone got any questions before we go?
Oops.
Sound good.
Is there any questions from anyone in the live? I've got like the live stuff up, so if you've got any questions in that group, in the live, we can answer them here. Section speech disable. But if not, then it's all good. And yeah, I'll download this as soon as it's done, and then yeah, I'll let everyone know. I'll put it in our messenger group as well, so you can watch it straight away.
Les, you're always welcome.
You, Les. Going for the Les Junior look. You can see from my hat.
Let's have a look.
Nah, not happening. Get to fuck with that one.
Right, okay, so if there's nothing else, what I'll do...
Yeah, that's good. Cheers, guys.
Bye, it's been a pleasure, everyone. I'm going.
Yeah, take it easy.
Cheers, Dad.
Thanks, Dad.
Cheers.
Chill out.
Right, okay. Am I host again now, mate?
You mean your host? Hey, Jules is waiting. This is his favourite moment.
Jules is desperate. Recording.
You might want to end the live.
Sean, I would. You've got about 15 seconds.
Hold on, mate. Right, thank you everyone from Go Live. Right, we're going to end it now, so stop recording.